Are you looking to save your family money on groceries this month in June? Well, then this video is for you because I'm going to share all the seasonal sales that you want to be watching for in June so you can make your family's grocery budget stretch a little further. I'm Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, and I am naturally a frugal shopper who loves finding the good deals and saving our family money, and I'm here to help you do the same thing. In June, there are a lot of different sales. One of the ways that you're going to be able to stretch your budget is by watching for these seasonal sales and stocking up on those things now when they go on sale. By knowing them ahead of time, my goal with these videos is to help you be watching for those sales throughout the month so you can stock up too. I do share a frugal grocery haul on every Thursday on this channel, and I'll be showing you throughout the month what I am buying. So if you want more tips about shopping on a budget, be sure you go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of those. I have a lot to share with you today, but I do also have a free printable, and I will leave the link in the description below. So if you want to grab that, you can follow along with me and grab that too. All right, let's get to it. June is a great month for sales because one of the top sales that you're going to be watching for is it's National Dairy Month in June. This means you're going to be watching for sales on all your dairy products like milk, cheese, cream cheese, yogurt, butter, whipped cream, whipping cream, and of course, ice cream. Now, dairy prices do vary greatly around the region based on where you live. I am fortunate where I live in the Midwest area that dairy prices are relatively low, but they do fluctuate quite a bit. That said, National Dairy Month is just that. It is National Dairy Month, so you will see the sales even though they may vary a little bit. For those of you who have been around, you know that typically I stock up on butter 2 times a year around Thanksgiving and Easter, or when you see the best butter sales, but June can be a decent time to see the occasional flash butter sale, so keep an eye on that. Butter freezes great. Actually, most dairy products freeze really great. If you're stocking up on cheese, a little tip for you here too, blocks last a long time in your fridge. Shredded, you can toss right in the freezer. If you want to save your blocks and make them last longer, I would recommend you go ahead and shred them or slice them first before freezing. Because if you freeze a block of cheese, when you take it out, it will crumble a little bit. It'll still taste fine. So if you're using it in baking, it's not really a big deal. But for me, I just store the blocks of cheese in the fridge, the back of the fridge till I need them. And if I'm going to freeze it, I make sure it's shredded as well. So make sure in June you are watching for all those dairy sales and taking advantage of them while you can. One of the other big sales you're going to watch for in June are on all your picnic things. You're coming off of Memorial Day and you're looking ahead to 4th of July, but people are still grilling out a lot in the summer months. The stores know that, and they will offer quite a few deals on those things. You're going to want to watch for sales on hot dogs, brats, all grilling meats, barbecue sauce, ketchup and mustard, pickles, potato chips, and watermelon. These sales can vary greatly by the store or the week, so just keep an eye out for all of those things. Hot dogs and your grilling meats, brats, those freeze really well. So again, buy what you need now, plan ahead for future barbecues throughout the summer months or further in the future, and stick those things in your freezer. June 21st is the first day of summer, and with that, you are going to see a lot of sales throughout the month of June on all your frozen treats. Watch for sales on popsicles, ice cream sandwiches, ice cream bars, ice cream, and ice cream cones. This is a great time to stick all of those treats in your freezer throughout the summer months, so go ahead and stock up on those in June. A couple other fun days of note in the month of June. You have on June 2nd, National Donut Day. A lot of donut stores around you will offer specials or even free donuts throughout that day. So keep an eye out for those on National Donut Day. June 4th is National Cheese Day, and is it a coincidence it overlaps with National Dairy Month? I don't think so. Watch for those sales on cheese products that week. June 21st, which is the first day of summer, is also National Smoothie Day. So if you have restaurants around you that sell smoothies like Jamba Juice or some of those other places, watch out because they will often give a buy one, get one free or even free smoothies on that day. So that's a fun sale to watch for. One of the other great things about June is that it is National Fruit and Veggie Month. And this is a great time because we are all, regardless where we live, starting to see some of those seasonal produce sales come around. We have a lot of fresh produce that we can watch out for, and fresh produce tastes so good. So let's talk about some of those sales for the month of June. In June, the fresh fruits that you're going to watch for on sale are apricots, blackberries, blueberries, cantaloupe, cherries, grapes, kiwi, mangoes, nectarines, peaches, plums, pineapple, raspberries, rhubarb, strawberries, watermelon. One of the best things to do with all this fresh produce is certainly just enjoy it fresh. It's great to find good sales, and it just tastes so good when it's in the height of freshness. Now, if you want to make it last a little longer, you can certainly can things. I have canned jam before. It's very simple to do. Or the best thing that you can do, especially with a lot of these berries, is freeze them. They are very easy to freeze. Do a quick Google search on whatever berry you are looking for, but most of them, you just rinse them off, pat them dry very gently. I like to freeze them in about a 2-cup measuring bag. Like I will just measure out 2 cups of blueberries, toss it in a sandwich bag, label it 2 cups, and stick it in the freezer because it's great for when you're baking with them or using them in smoothies or just eating frozen throughout the year. So that's a great way to easily make your fresh produce last a little longer. If you see good sales on blueberries in June, which is one of my favorite things, I would definitely recommend putting them up in the freezer because this is a great way to enjoy your fresh produce at a nice price and make it last a little longer. Now let's talk about the fresh vegetables that go on sale typically in June. For vegetables, you're going to want to watch for sales on artichokes, asparagus, avocados, cherry tomatoes, sweet corn, cucumbers, eggplant, lettuce, green beans, sweet onions, peas, peppers, especially bell peppers, spinach, summer squash, tomatoes, turnips, and zucchini. The good news about summer produce is that for vegetables, we are just starting to see these items go on sale. Fruits have a quicker turnaround and season, especially for some of those berries, but zucchini, as we know, once it starts growing in your garden in the summer, it will keep on growing and the sales accordingly last pretty well. So to make your vegetables last longer, you can freeze quite a few of these things as well. You just, again, do a quick Google search and know what your family likes and what's worth your time freezing. Sweet corn, for example, freezes pretty well if you slice it off the cob and freeze it that way. Sometimes you do a quick bake for like 2 minutes, do a boiling water bath just to quickly bake it before you freeze it. If you're doing zucchini, you can easily shred it up for your zucchini bread and freeze it that way. Think about what vegetables your family enjoys and then look it up to see how you can try freezing it, especially if you find a really good deal on some fresh produce in June. Of course, in June, we also then have a couple other sales on non-food items. It's Father's Day in June. So with that, you will often see a lot of sales on your tools and hardware because they know those are typically the gifts we give to the men in our lives. So if your husband has had an eye on a certain tool he's been wanting for, watch for those sales right around Father's Day. That's a great time to find those good deals. In addition, in June, you're also going to find it is the second time of year, January and June being the 2 months, you will often see semi-annual sales. Certain stores like Bath and Body Works, that comes to mind, or some of your department stores will run big sales twice a year, again, January and June. So just keep an eye on some of the sale flyers or if there's a store that you particularly like to shop at. And again, this is not typically talking about grocery stores, but some of your department stores. Watch for sales there to see if you can score any deals this month in June. All right, I hope this list was helpful. I am super excited for the dairy sales to come this month and for all the fresh produce to come our way. I will definitely be watching for some of those sales. Stay tuned. Like I said, every Thursday I do share a frugal grocery haul, and that is where I go into detail. I will show you everything I bought throughout the week. It depends at which store I'm shopping because I really am a sales shopper. I shop for our family of 6 on a monthly $500 budget. I live in northern Indiana where prices are pretty reasonable, although I will say with inflation, it's getting more challenging for all of us to stretch that budget. So I am doing my best to shop frugally, and I will share you those hauls every Thursday on the channel. I'll go into detail about what store I'm shopping at, the best sales I've found, so that you can grab some of those as well. Now, I'd love to know, are there other sales that you like to stock up on in June? Let me know in the comments if there's something I missed or something you typically like to buy in the month of June so everyone else can check it out too. And again, if you want that free printable, as I mentioned, I will leave a link right below in the description box so you can grab that as well and post that somewhere and keep an eye on all those sales that are coming this month. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.